Hello everyone, welcome back to Timberborn and the Great Lakes districts. The beavers should be waking up soon, so it is time to start getting to work. In the last episode, I ended up setting up these reservoirs and set up ways of collecting up the metal that we've got and to keep the metal process going. So we've got a huge reservoir here for water for our next drought, as well as this area here that we've got available to us. So we should be set for water for the foreseeable future. But we need to deal with is and we can just get that going. So we can't finish this because we can't get extract. We need to get an extract facility going, and this is going to be the spot that I want to do it. We can utilize this for power, and we got lots of options here for power for this, and it's a good collection spot for bad water. So it's a good location. Bad water is going to be here at all times. We can utilize the bad water. Well, I guess it stops in a drought, but I mean, we'll have it available. But we're going to need to do some prep work on this. So let's get going. First things that we're going to need to do is clear out a few things. These trees are dead, and there's not much I can do about those, so I'm just gonna get rid of them and get them out of here. And in fact, I'm gonna put a priority on all of it just so that I don't think there's anything else that they're working on. So, I mean, it should be a priority anyways, but we'll see. Next thing is I also want to put another one of these bad water pumps in so that we've got lots of options. Because if we've got more bad water being collected, that is good. All right, so the next thing we're going to need is a way to power this. So we're going to end up getting a water wheel down here. How many can I get in? I can get a water wheel in there and there. I didn't see... I wasn't looking. Okay, so this is going to give me 125 to 130 horsepower. And then another one is going to end up giving me about the same. So, yeah, so we've got those there. We're going to have an issue with this. Let's connect up the power at least. Like that, and then we're gonna need a centrifuge, which basically all we need to do is drop that right here, and that's it. I might move it later. The biggest thing for right now is just getting this so that we can get elixir going. And since we don't need elixir too many spots, I'll just put that there. That's the elixir, right? Yeah. So that should be good. So as long as we don't have a drought. Yeah, so this is not going to run during a drought. But at the same time, that should end up maintaining that. Is there For some reason, I was thinking there was a way that we can cap this off. So this seals a bad water source. Oh. So we could tap this and have bad water all the time. But the problem is that I can't use the power from it after I put it on. So yeah, this isn't the greatest idea. So let's stick with that. But for some reason I was thinking there was a bad water dome that you could put over that actually made it. Maybe that's the iron teeth that can do that. Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, it doesn't do that, so, I mean, we're gonna have to deal with it as, like this. This should be more than enough. We need 200 horsepower, so with two of them, as long as they're generating more than 100 horsepower. Oh, but during a drought, that's gonna be the issue, isn't it? So I think I'm gonna change this out here to vertical power shafts. And then we'll put a large wind turbine on each of these, and then that way we have the large wind turbines as a backup. So this should power it during, at least if we get wind during a drought, we'll still be covered. So that should run all the time. So the only thing that we need to do is make sure that this gets built. We should have more than enough materials for it, because all the other stuff is coming in. So I guess the next thing is we may want to improve this setup and the amount of power that we're getting later. So what I'm thinking is extend that there, and then I'm gonna path to here, clear this out and fix this up. Actually, you know what? Yeah, like that. And then I can just do this, demolish, demolish. Now, I'd like to extend this all the way, but I also want to be able to do dirt to make it nice and neat and actually have this be a monument. Because having an aqueduct that comes out here would be pretty cool. But to do that, we're going to end up having to unlock something that is going to cause a lot of issues to the beavers, in that they're going to get hurt a lot. So, but we need to do it. So, landscaping, we need a dirt extractor. I don't know where the best spot to put it is. We're gonna need power for it, and it needs to be able to dig all the way to. Oh, is this a really long? This is a really long drought. Oh, but we're still good, because it is a very good thing that we ended up doing this. So we actually, if we hadn't gotten this extra layer of water in this reservoir, this would have been dried out by now. So that is a very good thing. So we can still go the rest of this drought, I think, without having any issues. We'll probably have to think about a better solution than this, in that, like, a larger reservoir than this. But I think for now, that's actually working out in our favor. We're going to have to worry about this at some point, but they've got quite a surplus of water saved up here. And it doesn't look like they're hurting for anything, so I think that's fine. Sorry, I got distracted there. I think that an area beside this is probably the ideal for putting down an excavator. The reason I'm thinking is that it's not that bad as far as location is concerned. If we dig down, it's not going to end up affecting anything. Yeah, and we have more than enough science for this. So we'll put that there. I'll put a spiral staircase here, path there, and we've got an entrance in. Now we need to be able to get the power to this, but I mean, all I need to do is run this like this. And I'm only doing it this way so that I can path out to it. And then, in fact, we could boost the power even more by doing this. Nope, that's wrong. Nope, that's not. I think it lagged a little bit. All right, so I need one here and one there. And then that like that. And then since we have this here, all I need to do is run a vertical power shaft up to here and there, and they should be able to build all of this pretty easily, all from this area here. So then once this is running, we'll be able to have all of this available. Now that I'm looking at this, and in building this, one of the things that I am lacking in is a way to power everything when there's no wind and it's a drought. Now, how we would end up doing that is with a gravity battery. Gravity battery works in that it will wind up this when it's running all the way to the top. And then when there's no power running, that weight will go down and it'll power everything instead of the other thing. I am thinking that having it here would be ideal. But now that I have this here, I'm starting to think that I built this wrong. Because what I'm thinking is, get rid of this. Get rid of that. Keeping everything basically the same, except that I'm going to end up extending this out, this design here out to here. Where are we? So I need to do this out to here. Then this out to here. We do another round of this to there, and then those like that. Power, power, power. Okay. So this will extend this out, which means we've got a lot more room for additional things. And what I'm thinking is, now that this is here, we put some gravity batteries along here. I think. For right now, it's not going to offer us very much. But I think that once we end up clearing out, we can get some dynamite going in here and we can actually get this down even further. So I'm going to put gravity battery here and here. And then, you know what? I'm gonna delete this here. Instead, put this one here, because that way it connects everything, and then it looks a little better. So I think that's probably the better way to do it. Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot better. Okay, so where are we at? We'll need to build this, but we don't have enough. I think we're all right. Do they not? Oh. I am still on there, so that should work a little bit better. I was only on a on normal speed, not triple speed like I usually do. Okay, so that should be good. We're doing really well, so I think that's going to be good. Eventually, I'll need to get worry about gravity batteries for this as well, so that we've got production going at all times. But I think for now, this is going to be fine. One thing that I would like to be able to do, though, is since we've got a little bit of time, all this needs is bad water for this to work properly and power. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to delete this. Just going to make a big giant mess. I know, it's fine. And I'm going to put this over to here because if this only needs bad water, well, bad water is right there. No problems. So all we need to do is drop that guy right there. And I'll put a priority on that. Oh, no, I'm going to put a priority on that because that is going to be better. Because once I put this in here, they are not going to be able to access that. So if they can finish this, how much power is this generating? Oh, it's generating 200 horsepower all on its own. Yeah, so that's awesome. I like it. Detonate that. So once this drought's over, we're going to have more than enough power to cover everything. And then once this is in place, everything's going to be fine. And I guess now's a good time to boost the priority on that. We'll get this built. Explosive factory will be back up and running. And because we are close by, it's going to end up being fine. Now, I probably want to move that, I think. So what if I built another storage tank right here? And this is gonna be that. And then I'm gonna empty this into that and prioritize this. And then that way we've got more. They don't have to go running for bad water. They shouldn't have any issues. I wonder if I should also boost some stuff. Because one of the things I'm seeing here is that all the haulers are very far away. So I think having a hauler facility which I'm just going to limit it to 4 workers just because they only need to work things back and forth to that. I'm also thinking that I probably need to worry about some automation for this because I might want to reuse these beavers for something else, because if these guys have already filled up all of the bad water that they need, there's no reason for them to keep working here. So let's build a whatever resource counter here. Seems as good a place as any. This is going to be for bad water. How do I program this? I think I need to figure it out every single time. So I need it to be less than or equal to. So bad water is less than or equal to 90%. Oh, I forgot. I need to do a recipe for this. Explosives. And you will work away at explosives. And they're gonna have to take the explosives all the way out to there, which isn't great, but yeah, I think that's good. So we'll just get a priority on this, because once this is built, then once they've filled things up, oh, I need to actually automate it though. Bad water. I need to rename this. Bad water. Stock? Sure. As good a spot as any. And then we will do bad water stock level. Bad water stock level. And then they'll work away when they fill this up. And then when it's not, then they're fine. The other thing is, I suppose I can do elixir as well. Or extract. Yeah, it's fine. We'll leave it at that. That is empty. We'll reclaim the resources on this. And we're good. These guys have started working again, so we are all good. So we can start production back on this. So this is gonna end up finishing this off, and I guess we'll have to path through here like that, I guess, because we're gonna end up having to clear out all of this as well. Because what I'm hoping to get out of this is I want to have this to be as flat as this so that we can irrigate this and turn this into farmland as well. But since we've reclaimed this part here as farmland, I think that we can expand this a little bit. Where's the wheat? Wheat. We'll get some more wheat going. We don't need much more potatoes. And some more sunflower seeds. And that should be good. Oh, I guess I need to clear that out as well. Whoops. There we go. All good. So yeah, those guys are set up for that. They will be able to finish off all of this whenever. The only thing that I would need to do after that is once all of this is cleared out, I just need to clear this out. Put one dynamite down there and we're golden. Then I just need to make another one of those over to here and it should be fine. What else is there? I guess it's just building this up, which will be the next thing. Yeah, what else is there? Extract. I don't need that. Because the main storage for elixir is going to be over here, so that is perfectly fine. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so next thing to do is I'm gonna need to boost this somehow, because that water is worryingly low. Part of that is probably due to the fact that this ran out of water during that last drought, which meant that they weren't pumping water, which is a bit of a problem. I could probably do a reservoir here, but I think what I might do instead is open this up so that it is a reservoir. To do that, I'm gonna need to do this here, and we're gonna clean out some dynamite, or use some dynamite to clean this out. Nothing crazy. All I'm thinking is to just open this up and give this a little bit more space, and that way we'll have more squares that will end up being able to be sucked up by these guys. The other thing that I think that I need to do is I'm going to clear out this, put a priority on that so that those guys clear out. And what I'm thinking is putting in another, or here. Honestly, I like this. So what I might do is do that, and then I'll put another one of these guys in here like that. And then that way this can stay like this, and what I might do is I might open this part up here with dynamite, clear out as much space of this, and then open this up so that it's a larger reservoir. It'll only be a smaller reservoir, but it'll still end up holding enough water that these guys can stay working if necessary during droughts and bad water situations. So I think that's fine. That should give them enough to work with. We have enough beavers at the moment for the number of jobs that we've got. But we're going to end up needing more beavers at some point. So I'm just debating on whether to expand the lodges here or to find a different solution. Because for right now, I'd like to improve their well-being more than increasing the number of lodges in this area. I'd rather make a new lodge location than to do more on this, because I think I'm going to add some decoration in the form of roofs, because this is also going to give them some aesthetics And the beauty of this is that roofs on these means that every time they go to sleep, they're going to end up getting this bonus. And every single lodge is going to be covered on this. So, perfect way to gain some additional happiness for those guys and some comfort. But we're going to need a bit more, I think. We've got a stairway here. So I think they need some light. So I'm going to put a lamp over to here. So we'll get a lantern here. And that's going to end up covering them. So every time they end up using this set of stairs, which, I mean, top guys have, everybody but the bottom floor has to use it. No, actually, everybody has to use the stairs, because even this one here has to use the stairs. So yeah, everybody that's going to end up going from this way is going to end up needing the stairs on that. So next thing is I'm just going to do the same thing on this side. And put that there. And that there. We'll put that like that, and then lantern there, lantern there. There we go. So that way they will get the aesthetics lantern bonus no matter where they go, because oh, I guess there's this one here. There's this set of stairs here, so we'll just add one more here. And now nobody will trip and fall because all of the stairs will have lights. So that's good. What else can we do to help these beavers? Oh, that's where the stream gauge. That's what I was looking for. That was the thing that I was wanting to test the flow of this, which I ended up using this flow sensor instead. Okay, well, it's fine. It doesn't give me any bonuses. Are there any other? A bench doesn't do that. So we've got some shrubs in. I think I got a couple of scarecrows. I could probably put another scarecrow in, maybe. Let's do this. I'll put that. And then another scarecrow over here, because that'll cover these guys. Yeah, so now all of the farming huts, the efficient farmhouses, will have that bonus. Bulletin board. Where could I put a bulletin board? How about here? This is a good spot. Nice and central. They'll be able to get all their information in one spot. Oh, this is a nice spot too. So that way they can get some reading in when if they're hanging around the hospital. So I think that's gonna go good with that. Beaver statue. Oh, the weather vane gives an aesthetics. Oh. There's not that many spots now that I can actually put stuff, is there? I think I'm gonna do this. So I'm gonna put one of these on each of there, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a beaver statue. like that, and like that. And then weather vane is going to be right there. And that way, it's covering all of these guys. All of them are covered. What else can I do? Maybe I can do this. And can I do this? I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if this will work. It would, maybe? Yeah. Because there's 3 houses right there that weren't covered, so that should give me a roof over that. I don't know if that'll give them access to that to be able to build that, but it seems like a good idea. And then I can do the same thing, is that I'll put one of those there, one of those there, and then I guess a weather vane here. And yeah, I think that's good. We'll put a shrub in here. I don't know where else we can do it. So what are we at for... another drought going. So what are we at for well-being? So once the lanterns go and the roofs go up, we got weather vane, we got bulletin pole, we got beaver statue, we got scarecrows, we've got roofs, we've got lanterns. So it might not be great at this point, but it should end up increasing their well-being by quite a lot. It looks like we could improve on the campfires, so why don't we put in a couple more campfires and see if that helps their morale a little bit. And actually I'm gonna make another pathway here so that they've got more access to places. Like that. That should open things up for them. What are we at for resources? Okay, so this has been built. I think I already... Yeah, so this has got a spot here. So I guess for this, the only thing that I need to do is start opening up as far as dynamite is concerned. How's the other dynamite going? It's going well. This part is done, so I can just detonate that and frighten all the beavers. So I'm sorry, guys. I don't think I killed anybody. Really need to check that before I do it. I really do. Replace that with that, and that should be fine. What else have we got? This seems all right. Those guys are working away at that. They are fine. Yeah, I guess the aesthetics are the only thing that needs to really be covered on this. So I am going to increase this first, though, just because we've got another drought coming. I'd like to have as much of a backup as I possibly can on this. So let's do that, and then as a secondary priority, I'm gonna do all of these so that we've got a little bit of well-being back. But yeah, I think that's good. Quite a bit of things set up. We can start working on filling in some gaps at some point and seeing what we can do. You know what? I have changed my mind on this. The reason I have just changed my mind on this is we have access to dirt now. So what I am thinking is I can unlock this and I'm going to fill this in with dirt. Because then it is nice and neat. And then we'll do that. Now, unfortunately, this means that it is probably going to be not built in time for the drought, but it should be fine. It'll look nicer. So it should be fine. It's fine. And then they can just build that. All right. Resume. Yeah, so we've got another drought coming and that'll be that. But I think that that's going to have to be it for me for today. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe if you want to stay up to date on things that are happening with the channel, or if you want to help support the channel, that would be great as well. If you want to support the channel even further, there's a link to Patreon in the description of the video and on my channel. But from me and the Beavers, we will have to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.